I want to start by thanking everyone for being here today. Thank you so much. I know you're all very busy. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedules to come and celebrate not just my victory, but the victory of the whole Philippines. Congratulations to all of us, guys. May nauwi na tayo na one more pa na corona. And I want to begin by saying thank you to the people who have brought me here today. So if you don't mind, my kodigo ako na maliit, I want to start by thanking Mega World Hotels and Resorts for being a part of the journey from the beginning all the way to the end, especially for the support of Miss Cleofe Albiso, who has been there for me since I was a little girl. And she's still there today. She was even chatting me today. She said this was an answered prayer, and I'm so grateful to have the company of good people and to be blessed by such an amazing team. I'd like to thank Richmond Hotel Eastwood, of course my bench family, for the support that they've given. I'd like to thank Orocino Jewelry and Philippine Airlines, especially Jojo Bargaez, diba? Walk, win. I'd also like to thank the Fashion Institute of the Philippines, who is here today, my classmates and my mentors, who have put the best foot of the Philippines forward when it comes to our artists and the creative minds we have here. Today, I'm actually wearing a dress design by Yuno Almagella, who is based in the UK. I'm very proud of him. He's very down to earth. And I think that them being artists that I know personally, that I go to school with, that have helped me in this pageant and have helped me secure the crown, that means so much to me because they're artists, they're Filipinos, and they really are completely not limited in terms of imagination. Yes, thank you once again to Philippine Airlines, the heart of the Filipino. You know, I grew up walking around and playing in the island wearing Philippine Airlines t-shirts because my dad worked for PAL. And to have them to be a part of this journey is just so amazing. Yesterday I met all of the crew and they actually knew my dad. They were like, oh, akala ko they're gonna recognize me for Universal Woman, but they said, oh, that's the daughter of Captain Gigante. Thank you so much to my dad, my family, all of my friends, especially one of my best friends here today, Justine Felizarta. We did it! We competed together in Miss World, and to be standing here today, both having our titles, means so much to me. I'd also like to thank my ALB Pageant Circle family, especially our team, Miss Trisha, Francis, Zaldi, Aldrich. Hi! You guys, this event would not be possible without you. And of course, Sertini for organizing this event as well. I'd like to thank my walking coach, Ian Mandejar, my other stylist, Dom Moreno, my glam team in Manila, AJ Castro Jose, Jay Flores Buhokan, Japet Mike Purog, MJ Ronen, Jonas Lucas, and of course my photographer and videographer, Garel Sison, and official videographer, Isaac Vergano, motions by Isaac. I'd also like to thank my glam team in Cebu, Origin Model Management, for helping us as a part of the video that you witnessed earlier. They were the ones in charge of helping me glam up when I was in the island, so I'd like to be, I'm very grateful for that. Of course, I would like to thank, she's not here today, our queen of all queens, Miss Carolina. She's the one, Miss Carolina Cortas is the CEO of our organization. And last month, I spoke to you about how excited I am to be in an organization that supports women. And my entire pageant experience in Universal Woman has proved to me that Miss Carolina Cortas truly believes in the message of inclusivity. She wants us to build this new era of beauty, and that is going to be my project in the coming year. Of course, thank you so much to Alexander. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexander and Luis were in Cambodia with me. They are as sleepless as I am. Alexander even more. He goes to sleep after us, wakes up before us, organizes everything. Thank you, Alexander, for taking care of us. Thank you to the Universal Woman Organization, the Ministry of Tourism in Cambodia, especially Davin. If you're listening to this, wow, you amaze me. She's also a part of the Universal Woman Court. And last but not the least, to the person which without none of us would be here today, Sir Arnold, thank you so much for believing in me and for pushing me to always achieve my fullest potential. This would not be here without you. So I owe this all to you, so thank you. And of course, to our media friends, maraming salamat po. Grabe, my heart could explode from the support that you have all shown me. And I believe now more than ever that I think the pageant community in the Philippines is taking a positive turn for the better. All the news I've seen about Universal Woman has been positive. Thank you so much sa mainit na pagtanggap niyo sa bago nating pageant. I really believe this is a new era of beauty. Thank you so much, of course, to you, Luis, for being our translator. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an honor to represent the Philippines, and I can only hope that my stint in Universal Woman has made you proud, and that all the Filipinos all over the globe can see themselves in this journey. That is my dream. And this year, I hope that as we continue our work with Universal Woman, we can bring more people along on this journey towards inclusivity, on this journey towards believing that pageants are more than just about beautiful women. It's also about the beauty in your culture, your inner beauty, and your ability to bring value to the people around you and to the rest of the world. Okay, so I will keep it at that, and I will let all of you guys participate in this conversation with me. Thank you.
Again, thank you so much, Ms. Maria Gigante. One round of applause for our Universal Woman 2024. And now I can say that
Yes, I would touch the fabric, like touching it, folding it. I'm seeing what I can do with it. When they wear the apsara, they actually are very talented because every person who wears it, who puts it on a girl, drapes the fabric live. So everything you see in Cambodian wear is put on by a very skillful team of professionals who crafted not just the jewelry but also the fabric. They're sewing it on you, they're folding it, and there's a very specific way to do it. It got me to really appreciate Cambodian culture because as a fashion student going there, I saw the artistry that they have that's inherent in everything they did that's Cambodian. And so I think that there's so much to be discovered in Cambodia, and going there as a fashion student helped me see it and helped me relay it onto the world. I hope that we can work with more Cambodian designers. Meron pa. While we were at the River Festival, I actually got to speak with a businesswoman who was also there. She approached me, I told her I was a fashion student, and she wants to work with us. She wants to make her business more sustainable by discovering how to repurpose textiles. So I'm very excited about that. I can finally make my dream come true of expanding my advocacy to the rest of the world.
our wonderful answer. That's the mark of a true host and extemporaneous speaker over here. And with that, can I kindly ask who would like to shoot the first question? Please do. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, good afternoon. My name is Riel for the Philippines on Instagram. Again, congratulations, Maria. Question is, you won the Miss Sympathy Award, and what award is this for? It's like Miss Congeniality or what? Parang hindi siya na-explain.
Ok, ese premio ese premio casualmente dado por toda la gente que trabajó en la organización, por las personas, el staff de todos los hoteles donde ellas estuvieron. Entonces han seleccionado a María como la chica que fue más simpática, en español es más simpática, la chica más amable con todo el team local y el team internacional, así como las personas que trabajaron en todos los hoteles donde ya asistieron.
So very differently from the Miss Congeniality Award, the Miss Sympathy Award is actually given by the staff members of the different locations that we visited, the hotels, the staff basically of the entire team, whether it's local or international. And they select the girl who was the kindest, the most approachable, the nicest basically to everyone working for the pageant. So that's the difference.
Follow-up question for Maria. Is there exact date of your homecoming parade in Bantayan?
Oh, okay, so the plan actually for my entire homecoming schedule of activities, ALV Pageant Circle is in charge of this, so we will be making the announcement on the page. Or if Sir Arnold is ready to reveal the plans, then...
Yeah, we're preparing a parade, especially in Cebu Province, in your hometown, and in Cebu City. So the three mayors are coordinating now because they're very happy and they're very proud that the first queen for 2024 is from Cebu. So they're all coordinating each other. So there are 3 parades in Cebu.
How about in Metro Manila po? Is it possible na parang magkaroon tayo ng homecoming parade here, like kahit dito sa East Loop or in Ayala?
Maybe we can talk to Mega World, no? If they're willing to, to support us. Maybe
She's the brand ambassador.
Maybe that's a good idea, actually.
We can look at Miss Annie Dioso sa likod. Miss Annie, pwede ba? May parade din sa Eastwood. Tayo na, hindi ko na tayo, di ba?
It's a very good idea. That we, of course, we have to showcase her also in Metro Manila.
Yeah. Kasi our former beauty queens, pag nanalo sila sa international pageant, they will help and parade here in Metro Manila. So we're looking for
with your support, with the media support, of course, I'm willing now to stage a parade in Metro Manila.
Maria, congratulations.
Good afternoon, guys. My name is Adam Benato, pageant blogger here from the Philippines. I've got 3 questions. Is that okay? Maria, you just won our country's first Miss Universal Woman title holder. So how do you think this will impact how Filipino pageant fans view this pageant in relation to all the pageants in the world? Do you think pageants like Universal Woman, who caters to older and mature women, can have a place under this planet? Because I ask this because when I ask for feedback from among all our pageant fans, they would say, "Oh yeah, she won, but we don't know that much of the pageant." So, how do you think this will say or impact about how people view pageants who cater to older women?
I hope that, technically I'm one of those older women, right? I hope that this pageant serves to break the barriers on what we think of old or young. I think that we can learn to maybe dissolve the boundaries between them. Some of the most beautiful and admirable women I've come to know, like Miss Cleofe Albiso of Mega World, achieved the height of her life way past the qualifying age of pageants. That is why I think women are far more beautiful once they've been established. Women like Geniel Krishna, who is here today, an established media personality, who also has had a stint in beauty pageants. And of course, Miss Diane and Justine. Pageant or beauty pageant, I think women that have achieved something in their life, this is something worth celebrating. And the more contribution there is to humanity and to the world and to the community, the more that is worth celebrating. And I think that's the purpose of having a pageant that is that accepts women between 25 to 45 years old. Because when I was 25, I will tell you frankly, I did not know who I was. I had no idea. And I think you guys knew this, right? Yeah, so I hope that me being this year's Universal Woman 2024 will help people all over the world, not just the Philippines, come to realize that there is more to be done in pageantry. There is more to be done when it comes to setting the parameters on what we believe is beautiful. It is something that we can expand because we are the judge. There is no invisible hand in the sky telling us that once you're 45, you're no longer beautiful. I don't want to live in that world. That's so sad. I think my mom is beautiful at 53. She's never been more beautiful.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
My next question is for Senor Alexander Gonzalez. What shall we expect from the reign of Miss Maria Gigante here? Could she outdo or surpass the number of countries that her predecessor has traveled to, or what would be her agenda for each country that she will visit? Which countries will she visit for the first quarter of her reign?
Tres días de haber coronado a María, ya la agenda está grande, está muy, afortunadamente las personas de diferentes países ya están pidiendo a nuestra reina para irnos a visitar.
we're very pleased to announce that this being only the third day of the reign, Maria's agenda is already very, very busy, very loaded, because we have a lot of countries and of hosts who want to receive Maria as a guest in their countries.
Estamos ahorita arreglando lo que son visados, es por eso que hemos venido automáticamente acá, porque la idea era irnos desde Camboya a Estados Unidos, pero nos vinimos acá porque ya tenemos que visitar 3 países. Ya a partir de la próxima semana vamos a estar como en 10, menos de 10 días, arranca la agenda de ella. La quieren en Francia, la quieren en Estados Unidos, la quieren en China, la Universidad de Guangzhou en China, Estados Unidos. Ya tiene Los Ángeles, San Francisco y Las Vegas esta semana.
So the fact that we're here and that we're having the homecoming right now is actually strategic, because while we are here in the Philippines celebrating her victory, we're also processing all the visas for the different locations that she will be visiting. So starting next week, within the next 10 days basically, she will be visiting the United States, several cities in the US, France, London. Yes, that's where we have the head office, the headquarters. Oh. And today we got a confirmation in China with the University of China, basically for Guangzhou, China, for the University of Guangzhou, China.
Wow, that's great. I'm curious to ask, where will the Queen be based for the rest of her reign? Will it be in somewhere?
Nuestra base ahora mismo es China. El apartamento que tenemos donde ella estaría sería China, pero como ganó Filipinas, y para nadie es un secreto que Filipinas es una de las reinas más queridas del mundo, porque la comunidad filipina está alrededor del mundo. Entonces, a nivel de estrategia estamos pensando, o nos vamos a Dubái o a hacer Londres.
So as of right now, she has her apartment in China where she will be staying. That's technically the home base for the reigning queen. However, because the winner is from the Philippines and Filipinas are loved all over the world, we are considering right now having the base, the apartment be in Dubai or in London. So stay tuned for that.
Thank you, Luis. Thank you, Senor. Last question for Professor ALV. Now that Maria is the reigning queen, and we all know you as a very aggressive national director, is there a chance for our country to host the next edition of Universal Woman?
We're talking about it actually, because I want to introduce to the Philippines, the Universal Woman, and other countries also. Actually, other national directors really want to hold it in the Philippines. They want to go to the Philippines, and this not only the Universal Woman Organization, but also the other national directors, right, Alex? They really want us to host the Universal Woman in the Philippines. So it's not only the organization, but also the national and the other candidates. They want to go to the Philippines, especially they want to visit our lovely natural resources, of course, our islands. They want to go to the islands because everyone wants to see the beautiful islands in the Philippines.
Maybe the question should be, Mr. ALV, when will we be hosting in the Philippines?
No, it
the
depends,
Universal
because
Woman.
next year will be in China.
Desafortunadamente, porque a mí me encanta mucho Filipinas, pero ya se están hablando con 5 países, y dentro de un mes nuestra CEO ya ayer casualmente tuvo reunión con uno de ellos. Viajó el Ministerio de Turismo hacia Camboya para tener una reunión con nuestra CEO. Ya dentro de un mes espero yo que la CEO tenga la decisión de uno de esos 5 países cuál va a ser. No queremos, sinceramente, que este año María entregue la corona en Filipinas, sino que sea en otro país. Sabemos el potencial que tiene Filipinas, pero el triunfo de ella no es que queríamos hacer el concurso acá. el triunfo de ella es por ella. Entonces, quizás dentro del 26, 27 estaremos aquí.
So as of right now, the CEO of the organization is in talks with 5 different countries to host the pageant this year, technically. Within a month, you will be informed of where the next the next host country for the pageant will be. Actually, we really wanted Maria to have an international experience, and we don't want people to think also that just because she won and she's a queen from the Philippines, that means that we're trying to be strategic and bring the pageant to the Philippines. She won because of her own merit, her hard work, and we're just really proud to bring her everywhere, basically.
This is Pao from TikTok. My first congratulations, Maria Gigante, for bringing home the gold. But the question goes to Sir Yel. Sir Yel, I just want to know, what was your reaction when you heard Filipinas in Nanalo at that time? Finally, we won.
Of course, I'm so excited, and so I'm sure that the feelings is different. You saw it in live, maybe siguro I waved. The first thing I did was to stand up and wave my flag because I was seated in front. I don't know, it's an automatic siguro, it's a reflex thing, it's an adrenaline that I automatically stand up and wave the flag of the Philippines. Because there are only a few Filipinos there. Only my staff and her family, your parents, and of course I think 2 members from the embassy. That's all. And then most of them are foreigners because it's inside the TV network. It's a TV special. But the TV network can occupy 700 capacity. So it's a big venue for that kind of how do you call it, a studio. It's a studio and it's live via satellites all over the world because of the streaming, and live also in Cambodia. So I'm so exciting, and the feeling is different because you know what happened 2 weeks ago in the Philippines for Miss World. So we were so depressed, especially me. I don't know what happened. So it redeems my energy and also my feelings because I was so disappointed what happened to another pageant. But na-redeem naman because we won and this is the first.
Congratulations for this and also for your guild. And the second question is for Miss Maria. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. I just want to know, how can you explain, or how would you explain to a young woman the word universal woman?
I would tell her to think about what she would do if there was a guarantee that no one in the world would judge her or that she would never fail. Because that's the world that Universal Woman is trying to build. A world where all women has no ceiling. All women don't have an idea or a limit of what they can achieve. Because in the world we live in now, as much as we advocate inclusivity, there are some areas where we still feel a divide, where we still feel that the glass ceiling is just right there. You can still see it. The World Universal Woman advocates is one where you are free to dream, where you are free to try and accomplish anything you want under the sun, as long as you put your mind and your heart and your hard work into it and lead with your heart. Because this is a world we're building where we help each other achieve our dreams. We don't just have a beauty pageant contestant and send them and hope they do well. We help each other do well. If you saw our pageant night, you would see that us right after the coronation, we were still holding hands. And the girls still came to us. And we all understood that we are here to compete, but there was no bitterness. There was no divisiveness. We all know that we're here for a reason, and that is to encourage other women to pursue their dreams, no matter how different that is. So that's how I explain it.
And just to follow up, since right now you're going to focus first on your reign as Miss Universal Woman 2024, but right after that, they have any plans to maybe showbiz,
Oh, I'm sure you know already. If you're familiar, for those of you who aren't familiar, I've actually been working in the Philippines as a model and a host for the last 13 years. And I assure you that with or without a crown, I will continue to do that work with all of my heart. And ALV, who is here, has actually signed me despite the fact I didn't have a crown. And since that day, we've been continuing to grow, get better, and strive for bigger events, better opportunities. And I believe that's something we've been doing. In fact, when he asked me to compete for Universal Woman, I asked him, what are we going to do with all our plans? We're so busy. How are we going to fit this pageant into it? And I thought, it's not the schedule, it's not the fame that we're after, it's the purpose of what you're doing. It's the heart. I reminded myself when I accepted this appointment that it's not what I do, how famous I become from what I do that matters to me. It's the value that it brings to the people around me and the world we're trying to build. And that's Universal Woman. It's the new era of beauty, a world where every woman thinks like this.
Thank you. Congratulations. And the last question is for Mr. Alexander. Buenas tardes. Oh, Buenas tardes. I just want to know, what was your first impression when you saw her?
Wow. Quien conoce a María se lleva una impresión muy fácil de un ser humano, más que de una reina de belleza, de un ser humano maravilloso.
Whoever gets to know Maria, they can see right away that more than just a beauty queen, she's a wonderful human being.
Y eso lo que se hablaba de que es Universal Woman. Universal Woman es una muchacha así como ella, una muchacha que los representa a ustedes, no solamente a las mujeres, sino también a los hombres. Porque aquí el concurso no se trata de enaltecer a la mujer, se trata de decirte que el hombre y la mujer juntos pueden hacer un mundo soñado el que todos queremos.
So the fact that when we met her, we realized that she's an incredible human being. That's also a follow-up basically to the previous question. That is basically what it represents to be a universal woman. Because our pageant is not just about showcasing, only women, but we want so everyone, women, men, to feel identified with her. And we want to send a message that when men and women work together, they can accomplish their dreams.
Alright, thank you so much and congratulations again.
Thank you very much. Moving on to our next question.
Hi, this is Leo from Life and Style Center, where you can find the most sharp photos that you can have in every pageants, and that is courtesy of our chief photographer, it's J.R. Moses. Maria, I know the time that we encounter, it's really a bench. It's from the bench fashion show. It's year 2022, but I don't know if you still recognize it. Yes. For my question, do you have any other, or do you have a quote coming from your heart that you wanted to see for every woman that wants to become a universal woman?
Yes, I actually do. I'm a nerd, you guys. 5 quotes came into my head, but I'll share one. There is this quote from the book, The Obstacle is the Way, by Ryan Holiday. And it goes, I think it applies also very much to Valentina and Miss Carolina Cuartas. Both women have been through so much in their life. And me as well, I've been through quite a lot. The quote goes, things will happen to you in life, both fair and unfair. But it is not the obstacle, but how you see it that determines not only how you will survive, but rather thrive because of it. The obstacle is the way.
Thank you very much, Ms. Maria.
Thank you.
What are the 4 more? China.
Other four, ngayon na.
Good afternoon. Again, my name is Franz from Morris France and a Gigantic since 2016. And then nandito din si Rai. Yung Gigantics before, up until now. Nagiging answer from Confidently Beautiful with the Heart of Pia. Now, welcome to the new beauty, a new era of beauty. Question. paano mo na-compose yung final question? Na na-inject mo yung last famous phrase na yun, or tagline.
Una-muna sa lahat, aminin natin na bakla-bakla talaga ako in real life. Totoo, hindi. Totoo, di ba? But thank you. This is the highest honor you can achieve in life from the gay community, to be a gay icon. Oh my goodness. But I composed that answer from the heart. When I first got to meet Valentina, before I accepted the appointment, I watched everything there was on the internet about Universal Woman. Valentina even asked, how do you know what I wore during the sashing? They didn't post videos. I was like, I found one. I like to be very thorough in research, and I found that Universal Woman stood for promoting sustainability, businesses that are sustainable, of course, that's a given, and of course, women that have positive social impact and inclusive beliefs. So, composing the answer of the new era of beauty kind of just came second nature at that point, because as you all know me, I like to think from my heart and I like to think on my feet. I will compose the answer when the question comes. And I guess I was running on 1 hour of sleep a day, and all I was running on was the love and support that I had from all of the other candidates. To give you a little bit of context, from the moment I got called into the top 15, the girls were helping me backstage with my gown. Oh my God, that's gonna make me cry. And to be someone who's come from the pageant community for almost maybe 13 years, to go backstage and expect to see women crying and heartbroken, of course I would hug them, but you would not expect them to approach you and say, you got this till the very end. And they were like, what do you need? Where's your hair extension? Where's your gown? Here it is. The answer was more of a love letter to them. When I said that I wanted to be in a community filled with respect and collaboration, that is exactly what we were talking about in the dress rehearsal with Pico, like hours before the pageant started. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I look forward to working in this organization, and I hope that every single one of my co-candidates will be a part of it in the future. Even in my reign, I hope I can include the advocacies of my candidates, because they're truly amazing. If they only had the chance to talk about it on a platform, it's great. But now that I have the platform, I will do anything I can to support the advocacies of my candidates. But even like India with her advocacy on cleft palate, Kenya, who is an author of a book, and of course my roommate, Pakistan, who is the first woman representative of her country. That in itself is already a historic feat. It takes so much bravery to be even just one of these women. Oh, and Sheila is a doctor! Right, I even asked her for help. Sheila is a psychologist, and at some point in the pageant, of course we really are gonna need psychologists for pageants. Psychiatrists, and one of the candidates actually had an anxiety attack when we were away, and Sheila was able to help us because she was a doctor and she was there, so then we're all okay. So it's not just about me having the crown, being the winner, it's the togetherness of all of us working together. I'm just one. I can't be a doctor, a lawyer, and a speaker at the same time. I'm the speaker. I get to hold the banner up high, but I get to champion the causes of these women. I'm simply a storyteller here. And so I wanted that to be very clear in my answer. I really spoke from the heart. I meant every single word of it. Welcome to the new era of beauty.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. From new era of beauty to her era's tour, Edge Tenoria.
I'm Educationology 101. Of course, for Maria, now that you are universal woman, so of course you have a lot of things this line up for you. But what is one thing you want to achieve throughout your reign?
I would love to see every country in the universe participate in Universal Woman. In the world lang pala. Nakatakot naman yung every country in the universe. Baka may dumating dito. Never, I would love to see all of the countries in Universal Woman Philippines, especially the countries who we know to be encountering so much conflict socially. I would love to see women speak up about what's happening in their hometowns. This is the perfect platform for people who will genuinely listen. I actually watched Luis's vlog yesterday, and he shared that when they were judging for the winners, they were told to just judge according to what they see, like the potential that they see in the girl to be an ambassador. And I believe that's really what it's about. So in my reign as the next queen, I would hope I would be very happy if number one, I can speak Spanish. And number two, if I can get all of the countries in the world to be in Universal Woman Philippines. Or even just twice the number we have. That's only half the countries in the world, right? I think we can do it, Alex. You think so? I want more countries. I want more women in Universal Women in the next edition. And I want to see more mothers. I would love to be able to reach out and help women feel like they are more accepted in this platform. We're open to trans women. We're open to mothers. Meron ako We're open to mothers, trans women, single women, any woman who has a cause to advocate. We are here to listen, and we are ready and willing to help you amplify your voice.
Yeah, so speaking of trans women, so we are open for trans woman. So can a trans woman apply for Universal Woman even her documents are still male? I mean, legally male. I mean, her passport, yeah.
Es importante saber que tiene que ser con mujer acreditada en su país, ¿okay? Con el documento. Y nosotros en realidad hemos tocado muy bien ese tema porque no queremos poner una etiqueta mujer trans, no, mujer. Para nosotros es una mujer, mientras que su pasaporte, sus documentos digan que es una mujer y ella tal cual se sienta y actúe como tal, pues es una mujer para nosotros, no hay etiquetas.
Okay, so for us, it's very important that the documentation is finalized in their countries, so that when they come to Universal Woman, there won't be a question anymore about a tag. For us, they are a woman. It's not whether you are a trans woman or anything, you are a woman to us. So when you come to the pageant, you will be considered as such.
Even her documents are still.
So the documents need to be finalized in the countries. Yes. So whether it's passport, ID, whatever it is, finalized with women.
I think this is also, if you don't mind me saying, because all of the countries have different requirements, right? For you to travel, like gender-based requirements for travel. So as long as it's clear.
Por nosotros, si hay asuntos legales en los diferentes países, tenemos que adaptarnos a las leyes.
Of course. So this is also something that is different from one country to another. So I think it's not necessarily a perspective of the organization, but we kind of have to adapt to the international regulations. So in order to make sure that we're being fair and that everyone is safe also internationally, we will just request for finalized documentation, and then you're welcome as Universal Woman as a woman.
Thank you so much. And of course, my last question is for Sir Arnold. Sir Arnold, of course, you have Universal Woman title holder na. Can we expect a pageant or staging soon for Universal Woman Philippines? Standalone pageant.
The standalone for now, our plans is together with, I don't know, I have to choose between Grand or World. So maybe we can talk about it. Maybe I can ask the CEO when they want to have a back-to-back show. But sooner or later, I will definitely have a standalone for Universal Woman.
At dahil kilala ka sa mga pangaraming titles, can we expect another pageant soon under ALD?
Oh yeah, definitely. This coming July is Miss World.
No, I mean another
title?
Yes.
I think...
Mabibigla na lang tayo.
Bibiglayin ko na lang kayo next time.
Thank you so much. Mabuhay.
Congratulations, Maria. I'm so happy for you. from the time that we met just a couple of weeks ago, and then you told me that you had only 2 weeks to prepare. You did amazing, and I'm sure everybody will agree here that every time you speak, that was the first thing that really got me. When you spoke, you got me to listen. Yeah, you got me to listen. Because you're not just smart, but you also, parang you're warm, and you have a heart, and very genuine. So, that's very unique qualities. So I wanted to ask, who are your biggest influences when it comes to like your character, your mindset, your maturity, and just your global perspective with so many different topics and issues? Like you always have something different to say, right? And you seem so learned, diba? Diba? Yes. Okay.
I think that I definitely, when it comes to the aspect of the mentors that I have, I definitely have a lot because I kind of dip toes into different things. First of all, I'm a philosophy student, so I think that one of my first mentors really is my teacher, Brother Romaldo Abulad, who specialized in studying Immanuel Kant. He taught at UST and he's currently passed already. But he's very special to me because he also supported my pageant journey. He was of the opinion that the things I learned in the classroom should be brought outside and should never just stay written or in books. So even if I didn't continue to publish my work, he believed that I was doing the work I was supposed to be doing. And then everything else, I think, is a mumble jumble of the people that I meet, because I'm someone that loves to, just like you, I love to know people's stories. I think every person is an untold story, like just waiting to be learned, to be heard. And every time I hear a story, it brings me an insight about somebody. And it's as if I've lived a little bit of their life. I think that's something that I can learn and take away from. But majority of who I am, I think, comes from books. I read a lot. I read a lot.
Really? What do you read?
I'm currently rereading 48 Laws of Power, I think. And I brought The Daily Stoic, The Obstacle is the Way, and what is the last book? 7 Habits of Highly Effective People with me to Cambodia, and I reread all of them.
Wow.
Because when I get pressured, I think I'm a nerd by heart. I like to research. I think that all the problems that I have socially, like I'm actually a little bit of an introvert, but I like to think that I can study anything away. Like if I don't know how to do something, I would look at a book and try to study my way out of it. So I feel like books give me wisdom, and I like to draw from that. These are people who have lived their lives and they're writing down their lessons. I think it's up to us to make the most out of our lives by learning from them. Thank you, Sayan. I'm so flattered, by the way.
Alexander, can I ask you, so you said that Maria is going to be visiting Los Angeles, San Francisco, might have her base in Dubai, London, Paris. This all sounds so wonderful. Can you let us know what will be some of her activities or events in those places? Are they all meet and greets, or are there special events, or what will she be doing in those countries?
Primero que nada, qué gusto saludarte, porque ya he visto tu trayectoria, he visto tu respeto hacia las chicas cuando las entrevistas en los concursos de belleza. Así que es como que te conozco, verte es como que te conozco de toda la vida.
First of all, Ms. Yan, it's such a pleasure to greet you and to finally see you, because I followed your work all throughout the world with kindness. You love the work that you do. You're amazing.
Sí, por supuesto que ella va a ir a estos países y va a tener una agenda especial. Nuestra agenda está enfocada en el trabajo social.
So of course, when she visits all of these countries, she will have a very specific itinerary, an agenda, and the focus of our organization is towards our causes, our advocacies, and of course
Una de las cosas que estamos tratando siempre es que la visita de ella esté coordinada con un evento donde tenga spotlight, porque se sobreentiende que cuando tú tienes spotlight, el mensaje social va a llegar más rápido, porque la gente muchas veces se aburre cuando nosotros queremos ayudar. Entonces ahí es donde aprovechamos a llamar la atención y decirte, mira qué lindo, pero también vamos a ayudar.
So of course, our efforts are really focusing on making sure that whenever she travels, that her visit matches with some sort of event where she will be able to make an appearance, but she will also be able to put the spotlight on our causes. Because I think that the message is easier to transmit when people are there having a good time, for a common reason, and then we also bring their attention to the things that matter to us.
Right. Thank you, gracias. And I love the way, can you do this again? Alright, can you do it again for the camera? Otra vez. Yeah, that's nice. I love that. Luis, I wanted to ask you, since you were a judge, was Maria the runaway winner, like among the panel of judges? Like, how was it? Now you can, ¿está bien? ¿Se puede decir? ¿Ya se puede decir? ¿Está bien? Yeah.
So I think we actually talked about it a little bit earlier.
As much as you can reveal.
Yes, of course. So as we said, we had at least 10 crown-ready girls. It was a very difficult decision to make. And I think that it was really up until the very last moment when we had the Q&A segment. To be honest, there was no final decision made until that point. But I think that for us, as part of the judges, once we heard her message with her answer and how impactful it was a unanimous decision. So I can tell you that it wasn't just me, but everyone on the panel of judges agreed that Maria would be a perfect ambassador for the organization.
What did you told me that you made a call, like a cold call to Maria when you were together in, what event was that, in Bacolod? Iloilo? Yeah.
No, we were together in the airport.
Right,
Coming
okay.
from, where were you? Right after the Miss World Visayas. And but during that time I already signed a contract. And I don't know who will be I'm still looking who will be the best representative for Universal Woman. So, but in my mind, she's already in my short list. So when I saw her, I told her, and then we were talking when we were boarding the plane, going back to Manila. I told myself, she's gonna be now my candidate. So that during the time talagang, and she said, no, I still have to think about it. What? Are you crazy? I'm giving you already a crown for Philippines. And then he was telling me that you have to think about it. You still have to research about Miss Universal Woman. And I said, no, you will be the representative of the Philippines. So I believe in you, and you follow. What did I tell you? You follow what? As long as you follow my rules and regulations, you're gonna be the next Miss Universal Woman, and you will be the best representative of our country.
Actually, he said that when I signed as a talent. He said, if you listen to me, you will go far. And so, but that's just been my working as my SOP with Sir Arnold. And I don't disagree naman. I think that when I met Sir Arnold, we clicked very well because we're like minds. We see entertainment in a similar way. We both value personal relationships with people. That's a huge thing to us. So yeah, and he knows the way, so why won't I listen?
Actually, all the ladies, to my suggestion, became a queen. So you know who are those lady or candidates who became the queen of our country. So those are the one talagang, supportive, they always listen, and they're very, loyal to the organization. And yun ang mga nananalo. So yung mga hindi nanalo, yan yung mga hindi matigas sa ulo.
Nako,
So, yan yung-
I'm not going to
Look
ask
at
a
this.
follow-up question to that.
Miss, I told you that several times, right?
Why?
She listened, and then she won. Miss Tourism World. She's supposed to be Miss Tourism World. I don't know what happened. I complained to the organization. So I don't know what happened to how come Philippines supposed to be the winner, and you know that, right? So, yun, to all the candidates who's willing to join the pageant, you always listen to your national directors and to the people working in the organization because they know what are the requirements and what are the things that you have to do to make you become queen and the best representative of our country.
Gracias.
Good afternoon. I'm Noli for OPM Worldwide. I have a question for Senor Alexander Gonzalez. Okay. Senor, may I know how this pageant started and conceptualized, and can you tell us its main purpose and objective?
Ok, como tengo más de 30 años en los concursos de belleza, no solamente como asesor, sino también como pageant lover, he estado pendiente de la evolución de los concursos de belleza. Lo que hace 30 años era, ya no es hoy.
Precisely because I have over 30 years of experience in the world of pageantry, not just as an image assessor, as a filmmaker, but also as a pageant lover. It's very important to understand that what beauty pageants were 30 years ago is not necessarily the same today.
El concepto es muy sencillo: respetar a las mujeres y, sobre todo, como pageant lovers, respetar a nuestras reinas de belleza.
The concept is very simple. It is to respect women, and especially as pageant lovers, to respect our queens as well.
Porque hay que entender, primero que todo, que son seres humanos.
Because the first thing that we need to understand is that more than just beauty queens, there are human beings.
Que como tú y como yo tienen sueños.
That just like you and I, they also have their own dreams.
Y cuando tú respetas mi sueño y yo el tuyo, respetamos el sueño de todos. Y hacemos homenaje a la belleza de la mujer.
And when you respect my dreams and I respect yours, we respect everyone's dreams basically, and it's a way to pay homage, tribute to women's beauty.
Thank you. Everybody explained. And for my last question, kay Maria. Maria, may I know your most valid reason in accepting the task of the very first representative of the country to the Universal Woman task?
I'm the kind of person that acts with intention. I never want to do something that doesn't have a purpose. And I always told myself that if I return to the world of pageantry, it would be number one, very not likely, because I looked at all the pageants and I searched for which of them reflect my values at this point in my life. And then all of a sudden, Sir told me about Universal Woman, Sir Ailey told me about Universal Woman, and I looked it up, and just from the first few words I saw, I thought, if they really mean this, then I'm there. Because I really do believe that true beauty is one that is inclusive and more than just a pretty face. I want people to see women this way. I have experienced being a beauty queen twice on a national level, so I know what it's like to be objectified. And that's something that I did not want for myself, for my daughters in the future, and for my friends. I see and have known the consequences of these for too long. And even though times are changing for the better, I think that there is more of a push that we can do to get things going the right way. And I think becoming the next Universal Woman, or at least trying, that is what matters. It is not, sometimes we think, okay, we got the crown, so that's all that matters. You just need to win a competition. No, it's not. It's the intention. It's the action of going there, of acting according to your true beliefs and opinions that make the pageant community something that is better. We have to be the change we want to see in the world. As cliche as that sounds, it is very much true. That was my reason for joining.
Thank you very much.
Again, thank you very much. And with that, yes, Timmy, one more question.
I have a question for Alexander. Sir, what can you say about globally established pageants who, in their attempts at inclusivity or relevance, end up courting more controversy or negative publicity because of what they do? And in line with that, what is Universal Woman's principle for the qualifications of their applicants? Will you adopt a more traditional approach, or Are you willing to bend your rules a bit? Again, in the name of inclusivity or relevance.
Entender que todo ha evolucionado. Antes, un móvil era marcando un disco, ahora tenemos esto en la mano. Todo evoluciona.
The first thing we need to understand is that things change over time and things, take progress. Basically, before we used to have like big phones that you need to dial, and now we have, mobile phones.
Entonces, hay que respetar a los concursos tradicionales que han marcado la historia hasta el momento y todavía están posesionados muy bien.
So I think that we need to respect the established pageants that have kind of shaped history of pageantry, and that even up until today, they're still very well positioned.
Pero hay que entender que cada quien tiene su historia.
But we also have to understand that everyone has their own history.
Nosotros estamos escribiendo la nuestra con respeto.
We are still writing our own history with a lot of respect.
Y una de las cosas que es parte primordial del Universal Woman es el social project o el trabajo social.
And one of the most important things for Universal Women is its social projects, its social advocacies.
Porque yo soy una persona que nació con problemas en ambas piernas.
Because when I was a kid, I had a disability on my legs.
Desde los 3 días de nacido hasta los 12 años tuve tratamiento gratuito por una fundación porque mis padres no tenían los recursos económicos.
Since I was 3 years old up until 12, I was able to benefit from free treatment from a foundation because my parents couldn't afford treatment.
Entonces, una de las cosas que yo quiero hacer, que a través de mi talento, a través de mi conocimiento, de lo que más amo, que son los concursos de belleza, es ayudar a esos chicos y chicas o a cualquier ser humano que no tenga los recursos, ayudarlo con nuestros proyectos sociales.
So what I want to do through this platform, through my talent, through my knowledge, is to reach out and help those who are in a similar situation, who are going through something and they don't have the means to care for it. So we want to use Universal Women as a platform to help them.
No estamos buscando ser el mejor, estamos buscando dar lo mejor como persona y como organización a través de nuestras reglas.
We are not trying to be the best organization or compete with other pageants. We are trying to be our own best and give the best that we have to offer to people through the organization and through our team.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Tini. And with that, may I invite Maria for final words to all our friends in the local and international pageant community.
Well, thank you, RJ. With that, I'd just like to add to the last question. Universal Women actually accepts anyone between 25 to 45 years old without any restriction on age and height. Oh, 21 to 25 now. Right, so even mothers can take part. There's no restriction on height, weight, and marital status. So when it comes to rules and bending, there's really not much to bend because it's already quite inclusive to begin with in the first place. As for my last words, my heart is just filled with nothing but gratitude for all of you, for every single Filipino in the Philippines and in Cambodia and all over the internet who has shown their love. Everyone all over the world now. I cannot wait to meet everyone from all the different 7 continents, especially to our hermanos and hermanas in Latin America. Hello everyone. I got another special award that was a surprise, which was La Nueva Era. Yes, so I'm so thankful for the love from Latin America. Thank you so much, Filipino Latina. But for everybody else, really just thank you. Thank you for opening your hearts to us and for coming here to listen to our message of love, inclusivity, and positive social change. And if you get this feeling that this is something that is new and difficult to grasp, that's okay. Every time we grow as a community, as a collective, we always experience a little bit of discomfort or something always seems strange at first before it becomes normal. and then it becomes beautiful. So I hope that each and every single one of you are with us in this next step towards positive social change, sustainability, and inclusivity. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go together into the new era of beauty. Thank you.
Thank you so much for leading us into the new era of beauty. One more round of applause, please, for Universal Woman 2024, Maria Gigante. Give her one more round of applause, Maria. Thank you.